What's up, everyone? I am Magicide. Welcome back to another episode of our Geek Fest here, playing Crusader Kings II in the Game of Thrones mod as Naathi. And when we left off, we were pumping out those babies because we had that handful of female prisoners that we kept visiting their chambers, so to speak. And look at how many children we have. It is amazing. Most of them are bastards that I have legitimized, which is good because I really want them to spread my line. And you know, I've been thinking about it since the last time we left off about the actual pronunciation of this. I'm really unsure if it's actually pronounced Naath or if it's pronounced Nath, because it would make sense to me that would be Nath, but it's kind of arbitrary because I can kind of see how it would go either way. But anyways, let's get into this. First of all, it looks like we have a legitimized bastard daughter here that needs a husbando. Let's see what we got here. She is 0 years old. We should probably separate it by age here. Okay, so we got a 1-year-old, my grandson. We don't want that. Let's take this guy right here. That looks good. Okay, so let's actually take a look at our council too before we actually unpause. We are in Talon trying to fabricate a claim over here. That's right, because we took the Isle of Toads, and once we have Talon, we'll have an immediate claim here on the Howling Mountain province and secure this other duchy here. But right now, as we're sitting, we have our full domain, and we already own the 2 principalities, which are duchies, and you can only own 2 of them. Which is a little unfortunate. I wish you could own a little bit more, but that's kind of the way it goes. I'm not sure who I'm going to actually install as my duke. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we actually come to it. But let's go ahead and get started here. Oh, they're saying no. Well, that's awful. All right. Okay, somebody else said yes. Oh, that's right. They said no because apparently when the last time I played, I had already set her to marry somebody else. Alright. Looks like we're going carousing. Gotta get back in the spirit of playing this game and try to remember where I left off. It's been a few days. Try to have a nice, long, relaxing weekend before I started it up again. And I've been kind of slacking on my Civ 5 playthrough as England. Not really getting a whole lot of viewing of that series. I mean, it's no surprise the game's been out and the game's been played to death for quite some time, but I'm going to continue on with it. I was hoping to get my 4X juices flowing again. Hasn't really quite done it for me, but you know, I really just wanted to play a game that I knew that I was pretty proficient at, and since I'm relatively new still, you know, it would be just better off if I had some additional content out there. Let's go ahead and, we can visit some more chambers. Excellent. You are not old enough yet. I'm going to visit your chambers. Let's do that. So here's the thing, is I'm not sure if I actually really want to continue to have babies. I would really prefer if I could actually ransom them. Okay, looks like my feast is starting here. And just taking a quick gander around the world. I think we'll play for money, please. We're going to lose again. Alright. So Dorne down here is starting to become a couple of different conglomerates here. I have a weak claim on the Lordship of Rotu Forest. Where is this? Where is this? Oh, okay. And you're my courtier. But if I do this, I don't think you're going to become my vassal. You should become my vassal if we're the same dynasty, which we're not. It's in the same realm, which they're not. Is a lordship of Rotu Forest is a lower rank. Okay, so I have the option here to actually take over Rotu Forest, but it's just going to install her, and I'm going to go to war with them for nothing, basically. So I'm going to decline. Since we just finished carousing, we could do it again here in about a year. Right? Yep, okay. So let's take a look at our laws. I'm not sure the last time we actually did it. So we've got about another year and a half or so. Let's see here. My prisoner, Chija of Death Isle, is complaining about the dark cells in the dungeon that she and her family are occupying, is asking for more suitable accommodations that would befit their rank. So we can put them on house arrest. You know, I think you can just stay where you're at. Alright, so Yalahoru is now preggers with our kid. Another one. Wow, I'm just... You know what I should be doing? I should be doing this a little bit more strategically and perhaps marrying them off to somebody that actually has claims on some of these areas. The only problem is that most of them are going to say no because we're not their culture and we're not their religion. Okay, so it looks like my seneschal here is not doing his job again, because I'm pretty sure I had that same problem the last time. But we really can't replace him with anybody that's actually worth it. Oh, look at that. We actually got Olohuru back. Interesting. So, and he's got a better intrigue score. Let's go ahead and put him back. And I don't remember where I had you before. I think we were trying to sabotage Golden Head here. Because like I said in previous episodes, I want to finish conquering this area and then start working. At least get a little bit of a beachhead over here. Hopefully maybe a duchy or a principality in this game. Alright, one of my prisoners has died. Okay. And they all hate my guts. And they always hated my guts too, otherwise I would end up recruiting them. And it's going to be a while before I can visit their chambers again. Okay, so we get some improved relations. Excellent. I gain Poor Fighter, and I have a 20% chance of gaining Wounded. Well, that's good. We're a Poor Fighter. That's better than not being a fighter at all. It is rumored that a great warrior from the distant east is currently passing through Naathi. He is said to have taken part in 100 battles or more, and his legendary fighting skills are supposedly without peer. Perhaps he could be persuaded to pass on some of his knowledge to you. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. Oh, looks like we have another claim on Citrus Grove, or excuse me, Citrus Coves. And who is this person? Is it just my daughter-in-law? Huh. So since she's not my family, but she's my heir's wife, I think I have a non-aggression pact with Lord Zanodo. Do I really? It's probably because I have... So we can form an alliance, but they're going to say no. And I can't break my non-aggression pact with them. So it looks like that's going to be a no-go for the moment. Because I have quite a few non-aggression pacts from all the people that I've married people off to. I don't think we can... we can't form alliances with our own vassals. Right? So they are all... They're all going to say no. Right. Okay. So it looks like we got another bastard. Talayaya. Let's do that. Alright, let's go ahead and legitimize her and marry her off right away. We have another zero-year-old kid here. There's nobody else here. So we have an 8-year-old attractive kith. Let's go ahead and do that. I don't really care about the prestige shit because I don't think I'm going to live long enough for them to actually affect me. So it looks like we're succeeding in our plot to increase our family line here. Wow, look at that. It's no longer the Dothraki Sea. Who owns all this stuff? 21,000 troops. My God. He has gonorrhea. Well, suits me. Okay, so I need to actually pay my seneschal who isn't doing a good job here. So let's just give him some money, keep him happy. It seems like every time I get that random event pop up, it always resets them for some reason. Why don't you go ahead and oversee the realm there, sir? It's very interesting to see how this world is taking shape here. Okay, so it looks like Oluhuru here is successfully sabotaged the other province in the duchy down here in Golden Head. So they get a increased revolt risk chance. Suits me, man. Okay, I think this is one of my... Yeah, that's one of my bastards. Let's have him groomed for command. He can have the shitty education, because I don't really care. We're not making any... Okay, there we go. Okay, so we are making okay money. Our one vassal is the only guy that actually likes us. You know what? What about my priest here? Can I actually send you gifts? Yes. Okay, so he now likes me. You need a guardian. Let's try to do somebody with good martial skill. Oh, this guy's great. Absolutely. And I believe I can go carousing again if I'm not mistaken. So let's send out those. So he's a Corsair and a Basilisk Islander. I actually need to revoke his title. And looks like we lost our priest. Okay. Yeah, sure, why not? And we want you to... let's take a look at religion here. We want you to proselytize, because I'm trying to still convert all of these islands. Looks like I actually had a vassal there that wasn't my culture and religion. The priest of a nearby temple has asked you to make a donation towards the repairs of the temple building. Surely it wouldn't hurt to ensure that you are in the priest's prayers. So I can lose 30 gold and gain some piety, which I think we should do because we are drowning in negative piety. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm gaining some more diplomacy. Great. And we... That's right, it's the Isle of Toads here. Let's take a look at my family. So Udo here doesn't have anything. Let's grant you the city of Port Plunder. And go ahead and give them that. I don't mind my family members being some of the sub-vassals, because they generally don't really cause too much of a stir. I mean, they can add a little bit of pressure from you, or pressure to you, when they start joining factions and whatnot. But otherwise, it's not really that big of a deal. I'd rather them actually have titles right now than not. Especially when some of my other sons actually come of age, so I'm not getting hit with this hit to my my monthly prestige here, because as you can see, I have the one landless son, and it's taking away from some of my prestige gain. So Oluhuru is back at it again. Man, this guy is a master at his job. I just don't want these guys here to really consolidate their power. Okay, so we get some levy reinforcement rate. I don't want these guys to grow too strong, because I actually want to come over here and conquer. And as of right now, I mean, he's got 1,700 troops. How many do I have? Okay, so I've got 3,000. I obviously have more than he does, but still, if he has this... He should already have the... Well, actually, let's take a look here. So he does have the Principality. He has the Duchy here. So he has a de jure claim here on Lizard Head. So he can just pretty much go to war anytime he wants. So I can ransom all prisoners. We can try to do that. I think it's not going to come back favorably. That's right, we were trying to actually send out carousing invites. So let's go ahead and do that. And... send them babies out. All of my large family members and my vassals, and I guess all of my subjects too. Anybody else that may want to join into the festivities. Alright. Everybody wants to go drinking and partying. Nobody can say no to me. I've got 20 diplomacy, for Christ's sake. And I believe we have my Justiciar. He is indeed fabricating claim. Okay, good. Okay, so my other son, let's try to groom him for command. We'll give him the poor education. I don't really care about the rest of them, like the rest of my kids, as far as their education goes. I'd rather have them actually take the males take the command focus, so that way I might actually have some worthy commanders in the future. I probably should be giving them better education, but I'm actually trying to save some cash. So it looks like my son Udo here is sick with food poisoning. Do I actually have any other vassals here? Okay, so you guys aren't going to be... I'm just going to scroll through my vassals real quick, make sure they're all of my religion and culture. I'm pretty sure they are. But it doesn't hurt to double check. Oh, that's right, I gave you some land. Okay, after a long search for... You find the fabled warrior you had been looking for at the local inn. Reeking of spirits, the old man is soundly asleep under a table. His sword is of an unfamiliar make, and the man's appearance certainly betrays his eastern origins. But could this really be the legendary fighter you seek? The innkeeper will not let him leave until somebody pays the bill. Ooh. Let's take a look at my commanders real quick, because this could actually not be in our favor. Let's roll the dice here. We'll pay his tab. Okay, so as the old man struggles to recover from his hangover, you explain in a quiet voice your quest to improve your martial ability. You ask if he would teach you. He breaks into laughter and winces from the headaches this produces. Then it dawns on him that you aren't joking. Very well, Kanda-san. I promise teach. You promise learn. I say you do, no questions. So let's do it. So this is just an event chain because I have the ambition here to improve my combat ability. It's not like I'm actually getting a new commander or a new courtier or something, it looks like. Okay, so my ruler can get married. Great. And I'm assuming I can actually choose her guardian, which is going to be me. Alright, so let's assign you the guardian, which is going to be moi. And in hopes that she's going to flip to my religion and possibly culture. And my bastard son here needs a guardian. We want some more... That's right, want some more of those guys. I should probably have some of my sub-vassals actually train them or become their guardian. Okay, Prince Conde have gotten married. We want the money. And he gives us 25 gold. Great. Okay, the old warrior from the east has settled down in your castle and your training is proceeding well. One day, as you walk into his room, you see the man trying to catch a fly with a pair of small wooden sticks he insists on using whenever he eats. You inquire why, and he explains, "Man who catch fly with chopstick accomplish anything." Is that like a direct quote from Karate Kid? Alright, so we've improved our combat ability. And we can explore here what we're going to do. We can try to fall in love, which... We don't have the prestige for that. Let's try to do the Realm Prosper just in case we don't get claims. Alright, we're going carousing. Again. And then after that, I think maybe we'll try focusing on stewardship again, perhaps. Let's play for money. Man, I just keep losing. We actually have those prisoners again, by the way. By the by, let's go ahead and... So last time I tried to actually sell into slavery, I got hosed. We don't want to do that. Where is it? I don't think I can actually visit your chambers because you're only 15. So we're going to visit your chambers. Visit your chambers, and let's do it again. There you go. Oh, it's good to be Prince, isn't it? So now that we're not stressed or depressed anymore. Okay, you take a boat trip with your old warrior teacher on a nearby lake. As he fishes, you stand up in the boat and practice the moves he has taught you. Boy, this is directly from Karate Kid. When am I going to learn how to punch, you ask. The man rocks the boat and you lose your footing, falling into the water. You resurface to his roaring laughter. Learn how punch after you learn how keep dry. You all wet behind ear. So I have a 20% chance of actually getting skilled fighter. I don't think we got it. We did not get it. Alright, since our whole family hates us because I keep legitimizing these bastards, that might actually be a decent way to go. But I really want to take stewardship here. So we get another son here that needs to be educated. Give him some more poor education. Yeah! More children's. And I don't believe there's any special intrigue options for taking stewardship, if I'm not mistaken. It does not look so. Okay, so we get some more event traits for or event chain for here. As dusk falls after an intense day of sparring, you watch the setting sun from the castle ramparts together with your warrior mentor. I teach you many things, Kande-san, your mentor says. But most important lesson in fight is not get hit. The next morning, your training concluded. The old warrior has departed your castle. No one saw him leave. So I have a 20% chance to get skilled fighter. I get some prestige. Let's roll them dice. Did I get it? Yeah, baby. We're going to hard save there, just in case our playthrough crashes again like in the previous episode. I would hate for that for my game to crash like right after I get it and then all of a sudden reboot and I don't have it anymore. So it's given us health, some martial, prestige. All pretty good stats. I'll take it. You know, I actually have the 8 martial score here. If I really wanted to lead my own troops, I could. But unless you have like some really crazy martial score, I really try to tend not to do that. Or if like you really just want your heir to inherit and you don't have the option to abdicate, it's a good way to potentially kill yourself. Wow, the north is coming under the banner of Winterfell here, under Lord Eddard of House Stark. So Brandon has died. He's got Arya, Elisane, Rickon, and Kasana still. Very interesting. Like, I just can't wait until these kingdoms here start to actually really take form. I kind of actually don't want them to do that, because if I have the option to actually go up there and conquer the area, I actually really want to do that. Alright, so Bastish Coetius needs a wife. Looks like we have a 3-year-old attractive girl. We'll consider you. We've got a 2-year-old. We've got a 24-year-old quick. But you're too old, so we'll take the 3-year-old. And you need a guardian here. So let's actually take a look at our sub-vassals. Right. I guess we'll take this guy here. I think he was the only one. Yep. Okay. So they say yes. Good. I probably should almost think about coming over here to the Summer Isles, because some of these guys are starting to conquer the area. All right, so I have another bastard son. Let's go ahead and legitimize him, because why not? 3-year-old attractive. Sure. Let's go ahead and do that. So it looks like my one daughter here, Jaja Deluxe, can get married. My wife has been growing feverish over... Okay, so we need to call for the court physician. I'm actually playing this a couple hours before Season 7, Episode 2 is about to kick off in about maybe another hour and a half. Hoping to get another really good hour-long playthrough, and then I can edit it and maybe have it online later on. After being skillfully treated by the court physician, my wife is feeling much better. Yes, we shall personally praise him to the court. This looks like Astapor here. Okay, you're my heir. So let's try to actually marry you off to somebody here. Who do we got? Oh, we've got a 1-year-old bastard. That's my other grandson. We don't want to do that. Sure. Actually, so let's actually try to do some of these shenanigans here. So that's your heir. And you have a daughter. Another son here. Okay, so he's got a son. Let's arrange a betrothal to my granddaughter here. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Fantastic. We still have that one minor claim, or weak claim. Excellent. So in the future, I might actually have a claim on this. And I believe with my prisoners here, we can start visiting their chambers. It's too soon. Very well, but this one just came of age, so it's about that time. Okay, my liege, I feel our rivalry is straining the commitment to my feudal duties. To know that my hard work enables a rival of mine. Oh, okay, so my brother is going to end his rivalry with us. Awesome. Let's save our game right there real quick. See, we're kind of stuck where we were when we first started, trying to wait for some of these claims. Kind of almost makes me wish I actually played as one of the pirate nations, so that way we could actually go raiding and whatnot. Okay, so Zara, our prisoner, is pregnant. Great. I'm really curious to see how this all ends up. Looks like the Iron Isle is down here. Boy, they look like a mess. He owns the High Lordship of the Seastone Isles. Interesting. Okay, Doshoro is afraid of the dark. Let's try to make him diligent, I suppose. Oh, and he gets it. Pretty good. And my heir here has the one daughter. It's because he's chaste. That's going to suck. I should almost think about disinheriting him, simply because he only has the daughter and he's chaste. But he's got great stats, he's got great traits. I might just have to roll with those punches. I don't really mind playing as a female monarch. Let's groom him for commands. Give him a shitty education. Better shitty education than no education. I think we can actually probably improve something here. So we can actually improve our small farms. Man, we should probably think about maybe getting the training grounds at some point, but it's expensive. But that pays off better over time because we get more tax income. So let's go ahead and improve that. Let's do it. I could be setting my one court member, who is my Lord Treasurer here, to collect taxes, but I'm trying to let him administer holdings because apparently I get a increased culture conversion chance and prosperity gain. I don't really care about the prosperity gain right now. I'm more interested in actual culture flipping my islands here, because if we look, they're all Basilisk Islander, and as you can see here, the striped lines meaning that they're in the process of changing over. Alright, so my son needs a guardian. Let's do another of my vassals here. Yeah, let's choose Onion here. Okay, a daughter was born to Prince Conde of Naathi, and... Alright, so I got another bastard. Let's go ahead and legitimize her. And she's attractive. Great. Alright, let's see if we can find her a suitable husband here. Let's try this 2-year-old here. Another bastard. So maybe I should stop doing that. Like, look at this. This is ridiculous. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 children. My God. But that's a good way to start, man. You know, starting on one little island here, and pretty soon. As a matter of fact, I think if we go into another realm, a family tree here, or no, that's not it. It's the dynasty tree. Where am I? Okay. Let's wow, this is insane. How come I'm not? Oh, there we go. Okay. Look at all those kids. Well, clearly I've been busy. Okay, my friend Rudo has died. We could use the purity. I don't think we're ever going to recover from it, so let's do a small private funeral. Alright, so we get some more levy reinforcement rate. Great. We're on our way to actually hitting our levy cap. And looks like I need another commander. Oh, 2 commanders, apparently. Alright, so we got random culture, and we actually need to buy another dude. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get out of the prisoner screen. Let's see here, culture. Okay, sellsword. 20 martial score. Let's take a look at our counselor real quick. Yeah, let's make that guy right there, that man. And let's have him go ahead and train the troops. What is this other thing? Train children. You know what? We're going to have him train children instead. So let's go ahead and set our other commander here, which is our awesome commander dude here. Alright, so we want my chief general to be our other bodyguard. Is female, not a ruler, and not married. Okay, can we actually replace this other guy here? Looks like we cannot. And he had actually had some pretty decent stuff going on here, so let's have him get married, say, to my one daughter. Let's not do that. Let's choose somebody else. Boy, they're both chaste. And they're 42. I think that's going to have to be her. You know what? Actually, what we'll do here is we'll set this to pop up when I can do it again. I'll just get another debutante. Okay, so my chief general here is going to become my friend. I'll take it. My wife doesn't seem very content at the moment. She wants more clothes, better shoes, and fine dresses. So I can lose 25 gold, it'll increase my fertility, and there's a 25% chance of her becoming lustful. Yes. Yeah, and she becomes lustful. So our new wife here, who's strong, is lustful, which is going to increase her fertility. So there's a better chance of us actually producing legitimate heirs instead of all these legitimized bastards. You know what? Since I own all of these... Oh, okay, so finally our son here produced a worthy heir. What do we want to name him? Let's name him... let's call him Doxos. And let's see if we can find him somebody to get married to. I mean, I really want to get her, but she's 25. She's just too old. I'm gonna chill, I think, for the moment. Thank you. Okay, so she needs a guardian. Let's take a look at our vassals again. Sure. My son here can do it. A small kitty is demanding your attention. So I get the trait Pet Cat, which gives us intrigue and health, or I can become kind. Or a 20% chance to get kind. Well, let's have the cat follow us home. So we have a pet cat now. Excellent. Today, my nephew Zondo asked me, okay, so he wants a fief of his own. Lick my nuts. It ain't gonna happen. I don't have anything to give you there, sonny boy. I don't feel like pissing off my vassals by revoking titles and just to appease you. Oh, these prisoners. You know, I'm actually really surprised because I have these prisoners and it doesn't give me the option of actually converting. And I don't think I'm zealous. I'm not. But we can get some prison porn. Let's do it. Why not? You know what? My guy's getting old here. Let's go ahead and just lay with them all. So I've been thinking about the future of my channel and some future series playthroughs and what have you. And I've been really wanting to play just vanilla CK2. I mean, with all the DLC and everything on the most recent patch, of course. And there are several achievements that I actually really want to hunt. There's one in particular that really hasn't eluded me. I just really haven't tried it yet, but it's some of the Lombard-based achievements, and I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so we want a young debutante. You look good to me. Okay, so let's go to our chief general here and marry him off to... oh, there's a 25-year-old quick lady. Let's go ahead and do that. And I think we can raise him to nobility. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Because he's got a pretty good wife. What just happened here? Okay, so since he did that, have you train my children? We need a new, what, bodyguard here. Which will be you. Do we need another one? No, we don't. Okay. Okay, so my small estates has been upgraded. Or built, anyways. We don't have any money to actually build anything else. So anyways, as I was saying, I want to do a Lombard playthrough. And I actually have... There are 3 timed achievements in the vanilla game, you know, depending on which date you start off. I actually have the 2 longest ones. The one that I don't have is the shortest one, where I think you start off in the 1066, one of the bookmarks there. And I'm thinking about actually starting there, maybe as the Count of Capua. Or something like that. That's what I'm thinking. I think it'd be a really fun playthrough. And furthermore, I've actually been really... so we get the Bewitched? Is it because we have the cat? Oh yeah, baby. Okay, so it looks like my priest here has managed to convert the Isle of Flies. Fan-diddly-tastic. Let's take a look at our religion tab here. Okay, so the Isle of Flies has converted. Great. So let's put her back to proselytizing duty over here to Death Isle. And let's save our game here. So once again, I've been really wanting to play some Europa Universalis 4. And I'm kind of nonplussed as to, you know, what kind of playthrough I'd want to do in that game. And what I've been thinking about is that if I did a Lombard CK2 playthrough starting in 1066, is that I would see it through in its own series, and then I would continue that game on in EU4. Uh-oh, so we have a revolt risk here, it looks like. I think that that would be fun. I think that that would probably be the best course of action for what I'm looking for. And I've also actually installed Total War Warhammer about a week ago, and I finally started digging into it. It's hella fun. I think it's, in my opinion, I haven't played a lot of Total War, but in my opinion, it's, I think, one of the more approachable Total War games, to be very honest. Like, I'm a big fan of Shogun 2, but there's just something about that game that just didn't let me get into it. That just didn't really appeal that much to me. And it's not to say that it's unappealing. It's just, I don't know. There's just something that just didn't gel right with me about that game. And that's perhaps why I've just never been really that motivated about getting into it as hardcore as, say, Crusader Kings II here. I can't stop thinking about all the prisoners in my dungeon. They are at my complete mercy. What a thrill it would be to hurt them, to hear their sweet, sweet screams, to see the panic in their eyes. I love it. Guards, oil up the rack. So we're going to lose some purity, and there's a chance for some bad things here to happen to Zara. Let's see what happens. So she's tortured, and she's depressed for being in my dungeon. You know what? What can we do here? Let's put you in house arrest so you don't die on me. And I don't... Right. Okay, so I already visited her chambers, but I didn't visit the other ones. So let's go ahead and do that. Can't do you. Okay, so it doesn't look like I can do anybody here. Oh, somebody is no longer my seneschal here, and that's stewardship. So my son here, who hates my guts, can be my seneschal. Let's just have him oversee the realm. Please, thank you. I have successfully sabotaged them. Okay, so he's really getting to work here. Let's actually put you in their main holding. You know what? It might make sense is to actually put him over into the island that I'm fabricating on over here in Talon. But my fear is that he's going to sabotage it. Then I'm going to get the claim to attack it, acquire it, and then I'm still going to have the malice here. And I'm not really looking forward to do that because I'm pretty sure that's what happened to me before here on the Isle of Flies and on Death Isle. Is I sabotaged it. It got some really negative traits, and then I ended up taking it over. And then, of course, I acquire the negative traits. So it looks like my son, Doshuru, is stressed. Okay, my prince, I have been instructing young Doshuru in the ways of the sword and lance. He's not cooperating. You know something? I don't really care. I think we might actually just have him reduce his retinue monthly cost. We don't really care about that. Let's go ahead and just have him train troops. Okay, so I have a peasant revolt here. Very well. So, what's going on here? Okay, alright, let's all raise the levy! Let's do it. Let's get our troops. Okay, put you in ships here. Actually, you know what? Let's take our transports and bring them over here. So we're going to lose that battle. That's fine with me. Managed to salvage some of our troops. Okay, so Punazaro. Let's go ahead and pay him off. I guess we'll wait for the rest of my troops here to arrive. Somebody here is trying to do something or another. Let's go ahead and... Okay, so you're a direct leader. You should be leading my troops. And this guy here should be leading my flank. Oh, alright, so let's go ahead and land our troops here and smash their faces in. A diet of bread and water does not satisfy me anymore. I need something else. Something delicious and filling. So we're going to lose temperate. That's pretty awful. Alright, so we smashed the peasant revolt there. Let's go ahead and offer him peace. He's going to go into my dungeon here. So this is the thing, is since he's in my dungeon now, I'm assuming I can marry them off, right? Can I do that? Let's enslave this guy. Okay, and then we'll take Zara here. How about you? We'll enslave you. And then I'm assuming we... So I have these slaves here, but for whatever reason, I can't actually marry them off. And why is that? Breed slave. Has no crown law title. So I wonder why that is. Anyways, so let's actually set our church taxation here to large. Try to make as much money as possible. And we have some people here that are going to say no. We could probably try to get this guy on our side. Just about. Almost. Let's stand our ships and our troops down because we no longer need them. And so let's take a look here. Okay, so this guy is my slave, but I can't do anything with him, right? Do I have... Okay, I can imprison him, lash the slave, castrate the slave. So I can lose purity. I can lose a lot of purity. I don't know what to do with this guy. I want to breed him. We can't sell him. We could sell him if he's in our dungeon. Whatever, dude. What about the other one? What about the female? What's her name? Zara? So is he actually in my court then? Let's go to... Yeah, he's in my court. Okay. So I'm not really entirely sure what's the point of actually getting slaves if you can't actually do anything with them. So we have a large faith tax law now, which is great. Okay, you need a guardian. Let's go ahead and take a look at my vassals. Let's have my one temple vassal here. Alright, so we get some cash. Good. And the same weak claim. It's for somebody that I don't care about. It's my daughter-in-law. And I can... Yeah, let's go ahead and try to imprison our slave. Okay, so our slave, we could try to imprison him, but he's fled. Okay, my former slave Doshoro of Axe Island has managed to leave your service and is now a free man. Okay. Fine. But I have another slave in my court here. I believe her name was Zara with an X. This one right here. And there's nothing we can do with you. We can't visit her chambers. You know what? Let's just go ahead and... Okay, we have a 50... How the hell do we only have a 56% chance of actually arresting her? She's a goddamn slave. It increases my tyranny. Whatever, I'm just gonna let her be. Okay, so my bastard daughter here. I don't really care. You don't need to be educated. You're just a placeholder, really. You know, and luckily, we haven't gotten any negative events for having the rulership focus. Because a lot of times I end up getting screwed every time and getting stressed from that. Okay, so we get another one. Let's have him groomed for command. Let's screw it. Let's give him an okay education. These guys here are getting pretty strong. Like, what I'm afraid of here is that they're gonna take over Lizard Head here at some point. I should almost... You know what? Let's go ahead and move our Justiciar over to Lizard Head before Dickhead down here actually takes it, before Chibundo the Lewd. He's getting pretty old, though. Eventually his heir is going to take over. If we could take over Lizard Head, that'd be great, because then his du jour claim he'd have to attack us, and we've got plenty of troops here. But actually, let's take a look. We've got 2,700 troops. How many do you have? You have about the same, don't you? You have over 2,000. Yeah, it's 2,300, almost 2,400. Okay, according to my chief general, the peasants of Isle of Toads are having frequent troubles with highwaymen. Right. So let's lose the gold, gain the prestige, and reduce the revolt risk chance here. That's okay with me. I can deal with that. We are going to visit your chambers. That's one of them. Oh, we got one left. Where are you? Hey, honey. You look mighty cute in them jeans. Okay, so it looks like my priest has failed. She has become wounded now. Let's take a look. How bad is it? Okay, so you're just wounded. That's alright with me, man. She'll probably become scarred. Yeah, she's got the scar already. And what is your... You've got 11 learning skill. Do we have anybody that's better? We do not. Actually, that might be something that we might actually want to look into here. Let's go to a new courtier. Let's get a holy man. I'm going to lose some gold and some purity. So he's got 12 learning. Let's go ahead and do that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to replace our current priest, or priestess, with this guy because he's got a slightly higher score. Because I'm trying to get these isles to convert. Unfortunately, it's going to be quite a while before they actually end up converting to my culture, but at least we can get started on the religion. That'd be the best. You know what, it's been a while since we hard saved, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright. So we have our Justiciar over here at Lizard Head. I'm hoping we can beat him to the punch to actually take over the island before Golden Heart Golden Heart can do it. Okay, so we need another guardian here. And how about our temple vassal here? Alright, so he's getting to work right away. Somebody just converted. Sounds good to me. And we have, looks like my grandson here, who is your... Okay, so let's marry you off. You're 6 years old. What do we have here to choose from? How about... Not you. Sure. And then you need a guardian, so let's go ahead and do you. Okay, and they say yes. Fantastic. This playthrough has been a little uneventful because we're not getting our claims. And we have a weak claim on something, but I can't even attack this guy if I wanted to because we have a... Oh, I can, actually. So he has no packs. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and go to war right now. Because it's my daughter-in-law. And let's see here. So it's my daughter-in-law, right? Which is my heir's wife, which means that their kids should automatically have claims on it. And where are we actually at war with? Should probably take a look at that, shouldn't we? Citrus Coves. Okay. So let's go ahead and raise our troops. And raise our ships. Straight away. Okay, so we got 12 or 22 troops there. Let's consolidate our forces here and go ahead and pick them all up. Because what they're going to have to do, basically, nothing is going to happen is that they're going to have to sail all of their ships or all of their troops down to us, and that's okay with me. Since we had the Sea Realm Prosper ambition and we went to war, it automatically cancels it. So we're going to go ahead and get the Win the War ambition. And since our transports, let's go ahead and pick up our measly 22 troops here. Every little bit of troops here helps. So why not? Let's go ahead and pick them up. All right. And have you guys come back over here. All right, so my heir here has a new daughter. All right, so let's marry her off right away. Looks like we're not getting... Okay, so we have a 33-year-old strong man. Boy, he's going to be 50 or thereabouts by the time she actually comes of age. Well, let's go ahead and just try to do it. All right, so take a look at our commander situation. I'm not entirely sure why they're not putting him in charge of the center. It makes no sense to me. Since he's got the direct leader trait, like he should automatically be loading or leading from the center. I know it works like that in the vanilla game. It just automatically puts the... So my mother-in-law looks like she's been assassinated. Whatever. Alright, so... Men. Let's go curve stomp these bastards. Let's do it. Kill them. Get some. Yeah. And you guys got nowhere to go either. You know what I could do is... Let's split our troops in half here and take a look. Let's see how much... Okay, split them in half. Okay, so it's not going to be enough. So we'll just merge them. I would actually assault the holding here, but I don't want to sacrifice my troops for some bullshit like that. If we had like an overwhelming amount of troops here to assault this piddly little holding here, I would say okay, but I'm trying not to sacrifice my troops to nothing. Okay, so we need some guardians here. Alright, so Luru needs some cash. Let's give him some money. Let's assign some guardians here. Pause the game real quick. I have you. And our other son here. Assign guardian. And how about Uluhuru here, even though you have some pretty shitty traits except for the one. So who is it going to be? It is our Spy Master. So, Mr. Spy Master, go back to sabotaging these guys right down here. Down there in Golden Heart. I want them to feel the pain. I think after this war, I think we might actually end up calling the episode. Because it's been about an hour. Take a look and see how our progress is going. It's about to finish. Alright, so we have captured the Lord here. Alright. Grave news, my wife has been growing feverish. Okay, so we call for our doctor. We're gonna let our dude rot there. So instead of actually calling for peace right away, since we actually have him as a prisoner, let's go ahead and ransom him off right away, because we're gonna get a shit ton of gold for that. 70 gold sounds good for me. Okay, so my wife has now died. Let's just do a small funeral. So we need to actually get married here. So let's go ahead and take care of that. Where was that quick lady? I wish I didn't marry her off. So you're 12. How about this crappy 27-year-old? Well, let's do you. I get a little bit of prestige from doing it. Sure. Okay, so he says yes. Get the money. Now let's call for peace. All right. So who actually owns this now? Okay, so my son, my heir, his wife owns this area now. So that means that when she kicks the buckets, their heir, which will be my heir eventually, will actually own this. Very good. Probably should have done that maybe a little earlier, but that's okay. We can actually land our troops here. Very well. Alright, so we won the war, and looks like one of our... We need to replace somebody here, which is our seneschal. We can have our shitty son here do it. You know, we have the money. Let's go ahead and actually hire somebody. Employ a new courtier. Let's do somebody good with coin. Okay. And we'll take that guy here. Have you oversee the realm. Oh, that's right. I need to change my ambition, which right now, how much do I actually need for that? I need 500. That's not going to happen. So let's try to fall in love, I suppose. Okay, my troops are in my ships here. Send them back home. Just real quick, and then after that. Okay, so my nephew Zanando is asking me for a fief. You're not ready yet there, kiddo. Alright, so let's stand everybody down. And I think I'm going to call it an episode here. We did pretty good here. We are eventually going to get the Citrus Coves in time. Pretty soon. We didn't get our claim, excuse me, on Talon, so we switched our Justiciar over here to Lizard Head, and we still didn't get the claim, but perhaps we'll get that on our next episode. So please join me then. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching this somewhat uneventful episode. Or maybe episodes. I haven't decided whether I'm going to keep this an hour long or split it up. We'll see. But anyways, thank you very much for joining me. Come back next time, and perhaps we'll see some more war. Take care.